That's it. We don't want more than this on this. Practice. Okay, you have a lot of APIs. You can see you have environments, you have mocks, you have monitors, you have users. You can practice all these things. Get authenticated user. You can practice all this. Right. Next, you can see open API definition. You can create user, and then you have import and exported Postman data dump file. So you can, a lot of things are there. You can create environments. You can practice this also, at least some of them. Get an environment, single environment you can get, delete an environment. Same as a collection, right? You can try this also for your practice purpose. Okay. So now the new EPS is, this is the one we are automating also. ReqResAPI. Please open this. This is the another APIs for our practice purpose. So you can use this, you can practice with this. So I'm pinging here. So ReqResAPI. So this is the one. And this is the one, all the list of users, you can get it. So this is the base URL. This is the base URL slash, this is the service URL. Service URL, and this question mark page equal to 2 is the red. So this is the service URL, and this is the filtering. Question mark comes is a filtering. Filter with a parameter 2. So in this users, page 2 related users, you print it. You list me, you're asking. So that's the how this list of users get method will work out. Single user. Asking in the user's second user ID, you get me. So this is the one user ID you will get, and response 200 you should get, and you will get this output. Single user not found. So giving invalid ID, that you'll get a 404 not found. So list this you don't need. Then we'll go for the post method. So create. You create with this data. You create with this data. And then you should get a 201 created status code, and the same whatever is there in the request body, it should come here. And ID and created it, you will get it. Then update. So you update the request body, and so it should update. The particular ID you are giving, that will update. So then patch. Patch also, it will update. What is the difference between put and patch? Put will update, patch also will update. But what is the exact difference? Patch will update even single field also. You don't need to give complete fields. Particular field also you can modify, not required other entire body issue. You don't need to give. So that's the advantage with the patch. So partial you can update with the patch. Put you cannot do with the partial. You have to do complete, right? That's the difference between put and patch. Both will be updated. So if put is updating the, so whatever the data you want, entire structure you have to give, entire schema you have to give. But patch you can update only one parameter also. That's the difference between put and patch. Delete, it will delete the given user, and you will get a 204 no content. Say nothing is no in the response body. You will see with this. These are the APIs we need to automate. How to automate it? And also, I want to give this URL, this one, right? This URL as a base URL. I will store in the environment variables. How to use that environment variables? First, we'll give in the environment variables how to create environment variables in the Postman. So let me create a new collection. I'll create an overall new collection. How to create a new collection? Click on new. So this new button you click to create a new collection. So collection ReqRes August 9/2022. Okay. Collection. Okay. So this is the name I have given for my collection. So it is created. So I'll go and give that ReqRes. So the collection. See now here nothing is there. No request here. So I'll create the request. So add request. So I will add the request and I will give the name. So get, see this is the get a list of users. So my request name is get list of users. That's my first request. So the method name is a get method, but I'm going to give URL. I'm not, this is the base URL. This is the base URL. Basically, this is the base URL. And then this is the service URL. This is the service URL. So this is a service URL I need to give. So if you click on this, you will get here and the entire thing you can give. This is the entire URL. Right? In the headers, you need to provide accept. So application JSON. So content type. So application JSON you do. Okay. So this is the headers you need to pass. And click on send button. See now you got all the 200 okay. They also mentioned 200 okay only here. So 200 and all the, so this is the data array is there, page 2 and all this as it is you are getting. See data array. So this is the data array. You are getting all the, so page 2. So users question mark page 2. I think we got a wrong one. So this is the one we have to give. So that it didn't come properly. So this is the one. Users question mark. Users question mark page equal to 2. So this is the 200 okay, and you got a page 2 per page, total pages, a data array. You're getting a data array. This is the one array. Object, first element, second element, third element, fourth element. So these are all the array inside, right? Array inside, whatever you want, you can get it. But again, so test cases we didn't add. Let's add the test cases. So test case first, you have to add a status code, right? Let's add the status code. So status code 200. So get list of users. Status code. Then these values, if you want these values, you can get it. How can you get that? So what are I told you? Where? So JSON data equal to PM dot response dot JSON method. Now, if you want to get, for example, per page value, how can you get per page value? Right? Per page value, how can you get? So console dot log the per page values. Per page value is right. So this one I am comma. So JSON data dot per underscore page. That's it. So we can see in the console, clear this first and run it. So we'll come to know what is that value is there or not. See, you got 6 or not? Now, if you want, you can store this in the environment variables, also global variables, and you can reuse wherever you want. Okay, that's how you can get this. So next, if you want, for example, total pages or total value, same you can print. So like this, whatever the value you want, and even array elements how to get. I'll show you that. So this is the total. So total means this JSON data dot total. So TOTL. There is no value, object name is not there. Directly JSON data dot these values. So the parameter name. So then this one is total pages. Total pages. So you can give as it is, you have to give total pages. Parameter name should be same. This is the parameter name. This is the parameter name. The value can be anything. So we don't know the value. Okay. So make sure you. I want to get this array first element, email, first, second, first element, first name, last name. How can you get? Let's print all these things. Array elements, how to get. So that's a very important array elements, how to get it. Some of them I'm going to get and show you. So data per pages, right? This one. So data array email. So the email value. So how I'm going to get? First, this after what is the data array? You have to write the JSON data dot data array. So data square bracket first element, right? First element is 0 index dot. So what you want? Email you want. So this is the how you need to get it. So same. So data array first name value. So you will write. So data square bracket 0 dot first underscore name. See here how it is there, same parameter name you have to give. Okay. So next. So data array last underscore name value. Data square bracket 0 dot last underscore name. So data 0 dot avatar. If you want, you can get avatar also. Avatar, right? This is the how you can get all the values. You can store and you can validate also. See, now you can open this console, all the values. You got it, right? This is the how you can get the response body values. How we are getting response body values? Where JSON data equal to PM dot response dot JSON method. Then JSON data dot. If it is this object doesn't have any name, like previous we have a collection, right? This object doesn't have any name. That's why JSON data dot per page. JSON data dot total. JSON data dot total underscore pages. Now, if you want to array, one step drill down. JSON data dot array, first array element of so email. So you're getting the first object email. First object email you're getting. Okay. Is this clear? Any questions? So this is a very, very important, guys. So you have to respond. If you're not responding, I'll keep moving. Okay. So that's what I'll do. Otherwise, I don't wait for you guys. If you're not understanding, let me know. Now, the next request. What is the next request? Get single user. So what is the get single user? This one. So this is the URL. So I'll duplicate this. So you can add the test cases So we added only this one, right? Only one status code verification. So duplicate it. See, this one is rename it. So what is the how to rename? Get single user. Get single user. So get single user. What is a single user? So URL. This is the URL. I'll change the URL. And then, so these are all things we don't need, right? So these are all things we don't need. So just no. So whatever you will get, so you can see that. So what you will get, email is the data. So this is the data object. This is not a array. So this is not array. So data object, this one. If you want, you can print them. So data object, email, if you want. This is not an array. So just directly without. So just say data.email and data.first name. So it's not array. So that's why I'm removing them. Data.last name. So data. If it is array means a square bracket must be there. Please understand. That's what I explained. So in the console, you can observe very carefully. So execute this. See, I will clear this. Let's execute this. See, you can read this one. This is a request. Your request is this one. See, method is a get method and URL. And the request headers are accept to content type, user agent to postman token. It is automatically taken the postman token. Okay. So host to ReqRes.in is the host to accept encoding this format. Response headers, you see response headers, day to content type, export by connection, keep alive, access control, allow origin star. So then you can see all this, things. Then you have at the end, you have response body. You can see response body. Here also you can see response body. Okay, console also will show all your response output also. So that's what you can find out in the console also, your this output. So this is the second request. Let's go to third request. What is the third request? Single user not found. That's what, right? I can modify here also. Single user not found. Single user not found. That's all. So, but what is that you have to give? See this. What is the endpoint URL? Single user not found. See 23 you have to give 404 status code. So go here 23 you give that's the endpoint URL, and in the test cases you have to give 404. Just give 404. So you see single user not found. We have to say single user not found the status code. So this you can say 404. So these are all things, nothing will be there. You remove these things. We don't need anything. So this is the pm.test is a test method name. Okay, the function. This is a JavaScript. This is all JavaScript code. Okay. So now we can see execute it. The test case is passed. Pass. So these the 3 get methods are there. Now post method. I'm going for the post method. So post method you have to give request body. That's what I told. So you have to give the request body. Let's give the request body. Create a. So I'll duplicate this. And the method you have to select is post. So here only users, headers and body. Body you select a raw and give the this. So give it here. I can change here any name I can give. See, I can give. So test lead. So you can give anything. Now here it will get create user. So right, create user status code. So here, what is the status code you will get for create user? 201. So the status code for a create user 201. So you can create a 201, and so the name should be, so whatever you have given in the request body, that should be there in the response body also. So name is, so what is the name you should get? JSON data dot name. So then JSON, any wrong? What is the
comma missing?
Comma missing. Okay. Yeah. See, this is the small mistakes also. Very careful. Otherwise, it will throw error for you. It will throw error. So then, what it will be the job, right? Job value is. So you have to give, instead of name, you have to give job. This is the one you will get here. Name job. But this, if you want to get ID, also you can get the ID value. So JSON data dot ID. That's it, right? So let's see. Execute this. See, passed. So you got the ID value. You can go to the console and you can see that. The values it is printing. You can store. Later, if you want to validation, you can do the validation also. So that's how to create a user 201. It is passed. The test case. So, okay. What happened? I didn't save it. So I need to rename it. Rename this. So the rename is create user. Save it. See the now post method. You have to, once you change it, so save it so that the values, whatever you modified, it will reflect there. Otherwise, it won't see. These are all get methods. This is the post method. Now you can put method. So let's call the put method. So duplicate this. So select here the method name is a put method, and which one you want to modify. So I can modify here also name update user. So what is that? Update user. Update user. See update user. So if you save, and I'll give this second user I'm updating. So that's it. Save it. So what is the body you need to give? What you want to modify? So automation test lead I will modify. Test lead, and I'll give this one. So this is the names I have given wrong. Now I'm modifying. So that's the update. Control. Yes, put. And the test case is it's not update user. So update user status code is 200, not 201. So you have to update this, all this status codes also while doing very careful. So now you'll get the name value. What is the name value? See what you are updating. This is the Ramesh Nuboina automation test lead. So now the same you can see here also, because I used the console.log. Console.log is the JavaScript method. So JavaScript, it will print in the console. The output you will get it. So this is the how you can do put method. So I want to do post method, patch I want to do. How to use a patch? Select the patch. So I'll show you patch. What patch also will update, but even one field you can update. Not required to update all. So update by patch. Update user by patch. So I'll give name, proper name, right? So body, what I'm going to do in the body, I'll remove this. See, automation tester. And it's only one field you can update. Here that is status code also. Update user by patch. By patch method. See? So only name is undefined, it is saying. So we didn't Control S. Control S. So patch it is appearing. Patch is coming here. So you can update partially also. That is possible. Okay. So that's the how you can do patch. Let's do last one. Delete user duplicate. So delete. So delete user. So delete user. So this is the second user only I'm deleting. And you don't need body. So just select none. Just select none. No need of body anything. Okay. So when you select the test case is delete user. So delete user. Maybe yes, just delete, right? So 204 you will get. 204. You can go and see that. So everything is documentation they are given. So you have to follow the documentation. The endpoint URL, the base URL is this one. Then endpoint URL. Then what is the response status code 204? So I'm validating 204. Here also I'm validating 204. Here nothing will be there. So no output you will get. See, del. So this is the one. So this is how you can get. And you want to run this entire collection. You can run the entire collection. Go there. So run collection. So you can run the collection. See, it will run the collection. See, one test case failed. What is that? 204, no data, empty input. It failed, delete user. So delete user is failing. 204, no content. Because so it failed. Status code is 204. Empty input. We don't need to provide in. Okay, this one. That's nothing to say, right? It failed. And that's why it is. Now it is. So now we can run as a collection. So now we see run as a collection, and you can see all the collection is passed now. So why again JSON error? No data, empty input. We're not printing, right? So we didn't save it. We didn't save it. Correct only. Okay. Let's run this again. Yeah. Now it is because you have to save it. Otherwise, it won't recognize the changes. See, all are passed now. Everything is passed now. Okay. This is the but. Here, so one thing I want to tell. So this ReqRes.in is common, right? This is a common. But there are different environments you need to test. Sir, the base URL will change from environment to environment. So test environment, UAT environment, production environment, it will be different. Then how I can manage the same thing, how I can manage. So you can create a separate folder with the same request. So like QA, then staging, then production, like this. You can create a separate folders. Same things you can maintain. This one you can rename it. How to create this environment variables. So let me show you how to create environments. Go to here, so new environment. So new environment, you can click on that. Okay. And click on this eye icon. It's new environment, right? This is a new environment. Click on this. So give here. Delete this. We don't want. So environment name you can change. So this is the environment name QA environment. I can give base URL. Base URL I can give. So this one. No. So the base URL is this one. I can give base URL, this current value also, this one you can give. Same thing you can give. Okay. So now I don't need to know this variable value I can use there. You can create one more environment, you save it. You save this environment variable. This is the environment variables you are creating. We created the global variables, that's a different. This is the environment variables. If you want to test all the requests in different environment variables, so you will use this environment variable concept. Suppose the environment, right? I want to create one more environment variable. New environment. Suppose click on this. So my environment is staging. So suppose I want to give environment is UAT environment. Okay, UAT environment. So then base URL is the same. Suppose the URL will be different, but I am giving here so the same one. Okay, so just think that. Then click on save. Click on save. Again, you want to create one more environment. Suppose production environment. Okay, so production environment you want to create. Click on this and change the name prod environment. Okay. So then you give the variable name. What is the variable name? Base URL. So the value is the initial value, this one, and the current value also this one. This is how I want to give and save it. So now you can see I have so QA environment and UAT environment, prod environment. Which environment you want to test? You select that environment, and I'm going to replace this. I'm going to replace this. This value I'm going to replace. So for all the things, every request, I don't want to depend on this. Just I will give 1 minute. Just I'm going to give how to call the variables. So this is how, right? Base URL. That's it. So automatically this will reflect. See, E for environment variables. So what is the value also it is showing here? Current value, the scope is environment variables. This is how you can replace. And now while running, I'll show you that. So this replace, same name you give for all the base URL you give for all the environments. So you just replace this. So you don't need, already bracket is there. So you don't need to do that. This bracket is coming already there. Just give that. Save it. I'm just replacing, and base URL is my URL for all the environments. Save it. Save it. Save it. See, for example, I want to run this entire request, all this collection. I want to run in prod environment. See, I can run in the prod environment. So I just need, so select the here from this drop down. So whatever environment you want, I want to run, for example, QA environment. So what I'm going to do, so you can just click on this, run collection. So all the things it will run on the QA environment, and you will get the output. Okay. So this is the how you will get the, so everything iteration one, which how many iterations it is going, you can see that also. So anywhere we didn't replace, here also replaced, here also replaced. Yes, see, it is working as per our expectations. For example, you want to run same thing in the UAT environment. Select the environment only. That's easy. So that's why you create the environment variables and give the same name for all the environment variables. And you in the drop down, which environment you want to run, you can just run this. So that's the easy way you can run this. Go and run collection, then environment variables that will run on the UAT environment, it will run. So this is the how you can do that. Same you can do, even you can select here prod environment. You run it. It will run on the prod environment. See, this is how easy it is, to manage your URLs also. Even the variable values should be different, but you should give the variable name, this base URL for each environment. So that same variable you can use for all the requests. So this is how in the real time we'll do in the different environments. If you want to run this, all the requests, we will manage like this. We'll create a different environment variables for the environment wise. And those variables we will use for in the replacement in the request URL. This is the another very, very useful one for us. So I hope I covered all the things. Environment variables I covered, and global variables I covered, and